Hi and welcome back to Matthew's Culinary Corner. Oh my goodness, look, I thought I'd do a dessert because I don't think I've done a dessert yet. And this is one of my favorite, most asked for recipes to show how it's made. And you can see today we're going to be making tiramisu. This is a version that I used to do in America. So every ingredient's probably it's in cups and tablespoons. I hope you can be fine with that. Let's kick off. This, I have to say, it feeds about 10 people. It's got quite a little bit of alcohol in there, so that's your choice. You can use, I'm using rum, but you can use whiskey, something like that, or you can just reduce the amount, okay? Okay, for the ingredients, here we go. Main one here is obviously mascarpone cheese. I can buy them in tubs here for about 250 grams, and it's approximately about a cup. So I use 3 full cups of mascarpone cheese. Keep that in the fridge. And here we have about 3/4 of a cup of whipping cream. I've got about 1/4 of a cup of shredded dark chocolate. You don't have to have that, but I like to put that on the top, as well as 2.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of espresso powder, coffee. I've got 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I've got 6 egg yolks at room temperature. You say, oh, what am I doing with all those egg whites? Meringues. I've got 2/3 of a cup of sugar. I've got 2.5 cups of ready-made coffee, reasonably strong. I've got 9 tablespoons of rum. It could be darker, this is amber, but you can have darker rum. And I've got a lot of ladyfingers. Now, you can make your own ladyfingers, not a big deal. It's also very easy to buy. Now, the trick about this is when we're actually doing the ladyfingers is to be very, very quick, about a few seconds at most. Put it in the liquid, turn it over, take it out. And that's what we'll be doing later. Okay, let's crack on. Great, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the liquid for the ladyfingers, and that's using our espresso powder, our coffee, and some of the rum. So we use about 5 tablespoons of the rum. We put all our coffee in. With our espresso powder. And as I say, about 5 tablespoons of our rum. So I've got 9 here, so that should be 4 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. And I'm just going to mix it together. I'm going to put this aside, and we want the espresso powder to basically dissolve. And this is where the flavor comes from. When you put the ladyfingers in here, they soak it up. And we don't want them all soggy, but we do want them, oh, I can smell that rum. But we do want them full of flavor. Okay, and we just put that aside. Next step, we're going to be using the KitchenAid, and we're going to mix all the, basically mix the ingredients, the mascarpone, the eggs. It's kind of like a zablion, which is probably one of the original ways. This is slightly different, but I really think it gives good texture and taste. So let's get on to the KitchenAid. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to just take this off the stand and put it into a bowl and set it aside. here's my bowl, my large bowl. Just going to put our mixture, and now we're going to actually whip up the cream. Now we're not going to change the bowl, it's fine, we don't have to clean it. Now we're going to take a third of our cream and we're actually going to fold it in. Now folding just means putting it in, not beating it, and just I turn the bowl 90 degrees, turn the bowl. Until there's no cream obvious and no lumps. Okay, so we've got our mixture here, we've got our lady fingers, and now what we're going to do, I transferred the liquid into a different bowl because I'm going to use this one for the actual tiramisu. I was going to use this one that's just a little bit too small. This is 13 by 9 inches, 22.5 by, I don't know, 32, 33 centimeters. So this is the important part. In, turn, out. And then we just layer it. In, turn, out. In, turn, out. And we do that for the whole bottom tray. I've got 22. So looks like we're going to do 44. Okay, that's what it's looking like. Fantastic. Okay, now I'm just going to put half the mascarpone mixture in. I'm just going to smooth it all around, get into the edges. Looking good. Okay, we just want a nice, smooth, even layer. Now I must admit, even my Italian friends in Hong Kong love this one, this particular recipe. Okay, now we're going to take about 2.5 tablespoons of the cocoa, so about that much, and I'm just going to spread it all around to get a nice even coating. He says, making a complete mess of it. Can do that a bit better. Should have used my small one. That's okay. Right. So that's pretty much one layer done. Let's move on to the next. Okay, beautiful. And we've got 2 bags over. Okay, so there we go. And we're done. So, a little messy, I can tell, but that's all right. Now, I recommend that you put this in the fridge for at least 6, 12, I actually prefer overnight, because then it's the mascarpone and cream have really set, and I don't know, just tastes much better the next day. But if you're in a hurry and you want to do it for a dinner, do it in the morning and then you'll be fine for the evening. Just make sure you've got a nice cool fridge. Now, I know how this tastes, and it's hard, I mean, you can't actually see it, right? So this is the thing about it. When you dig in with a spatula or whatever, that's when it's all revealed. So let's try to do this better today, this time, sorry. Okay, That's better. I go right to the edges, completely seal it. Right. Now what I do is I get a paper towel and I just go around. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cover this with some cling film or Glad wrap or whatever you call it in your country. Cellophane. Now, the chocolate shavings. I put them on now, it's fine, but ideally what I like to do is I like to let this sit in the fridge for overnight for the next time, you know, for the dessert or whenever dessert time is. And then before I serve it, that's when I put the chocolate shavings on. Just like that. I was trying to think of ways to make these videos a bit more humorous, but I think just by being normal is humorous enough. It's all about home cooking, right? Home style. Okay, and that's what we've got, and we'll put that in the fridge. I have absolutely no room in the fridge right now. So I'm going to go clean out my fridge, put it in, and I'll dish it up later with the chocolate and show you what it's like and give you a bit of a taste. Hi, great. So now it's the next day in the morning. This has been in the fridge overnight, and this is our tiramisu all ready to go. So what I'm going to do, just as I'm going to take some chocolate that I shaved and just sprinkle it on the top. A little decadent, but just gives it that nice flavor. This is dark chocolate, as I mentioned before. Yum, yum, yum. Now I think that, you know, having it in the fridge overnight, of course, you won't have this for breakfast. This is a dessert. It's made the whole mixture a bit more set, shall we say. Okay, now this is good to go. I would say serves about 10 people, so I hope you will enjoy. I'm going to put one in this glass bowl just to show you. And what do they say? The proof's in the pudding, right? So thanks again for tuning in. I hope you love this tiramisu recipe. It is my favorite and a lot of my friends' favorite, so I'm so happy I could get this down. And try it out. Like the bell, subscribe, ring the bell, and I look forward to sharing more recipes soon. Cheers. Very creamy. It's got that bite of the alcohol. And you know what? There's chocolate on top actually gives it a bit more texture. So I'm going to continue to do that. Enjoy.